Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Japan Edge for all things Japan. Today, I want to take you on a journey to a fascinating town located in one of Japan's most remote areas. The town's name is Kamikatsu, situated in Tokushima Prefecture, which is one of the 4 prefectures on Shikoku Island. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with Japanese geography, Shikoku Island lies to the south of Kobe. Its nearest well-known city is, apart from Kobe, Osaka, so that might give you a better idea. Now, there are 3 bridges that connect the main island of Japan to Shikoku, and they offer some of the most spectacular views, making them popular choices for scenic drives and domestic tourism. Now, Kamikatsu is known for its commitment to sustainability and its pioneering zero-waste initiatives. This small town has gained recognition for its environmental efforts, becoming the first municipality in Japan to make a public zero-waste declaration in 2003. At a time when sustainability was not a mainstream concept, Kamikatsu took solid steps to promote an eco-friendly community, leading the way for many local governments in Japan. While I have no official affiliation with Kamikatsu, I've gotten to know the town well over the past 2 years. My visits there, often to enjoy the fresh air and reflect on life's priorities, have allowed me to get to know the local people. Given that June 5th is World Environment Day, I thought it would be a perfect time to introduce Kamikatsu on today's podcast. First, I will provide an overview of Kamikatsu and its history leading up to their zero-waste declaration. I will outline the key recycling initiatives which have brought the town to achieve an impressive recycling rate of over 80%. Finally, I will introduce you to a unique company based in Kamikatsu that is dedicated to promoting zero-waste initiatives while boosting the local economy through craft beer manufacturing and hospitality services. This company has recently launched an innovative regenerative platform business, which I will also discuss. I'm so happy to share a place in Japan that I love. So without further ado, let's get started. The town of Kamikatsu is located among several mountains that make up Shikoku mountain range, and it's about an hour drive from the Tokushima airport. Kamikatsu is a town with its population declining significantly over the years. Now, as of November 2023, the population of the town went below 1,400, with the majority over the age of 50. So I think you could get a feel of their dire situation. The town used to thrive as a lumber city after World War II, but with the influx of cheap Chinese lumber to the country, the city lost its economic foundation. So in essence, this has been a stagnant community, as with many rural towns in Japan. Before the Zero Waste Declaration in 2003, the residents of Kamikatsu managed their waste independently, as there was no public garbage collection service or municipal regulation. People disposed of all types of waste, including food leftovers, plastics, rubber tires, furniture, and even electronics, burning them in open spaces. This practice led to constant black smoke covering the small town, and there were also frequent fire accidents. To address this hazardous situation, the town first tackled food waste by providing subsidies for households to acquire electronic food processors. These machines allowed residents to decompose food waste and use it as fertilizers for their farms. Then, the National Environmental Law, the Container and Packaging Recycling Law, came into effect in 1997, which mandated the recycling of specific types of containers and packaging, such as plastic, glass, paper, and metal. However, Kamikatsu faced challenges. The town lacked the budgets for garbage trucks, and moreover, waste collection was unrealistic because the town had only narrow, mountainous streets. So, in response, the town established Hibiya Waste Station at the site where people used to dump and burn garbage. This station became the center for educating residents about recycling, and the town initially started recycling waste into 9 categories. At the same time, they installed 2 incinerators at the site to manage waste. However, due to rising concerns about the toxic substance dioxin, operating the incinerators became a serious issue. By 2001, the town ceased using the incinerators and expanded their recycling efforts to implement 35 categories. Now, then came an event that would forever determine the course of Kamikatsu. Dr. Paul Connett, a leading American environmental scientist, visited the town after hearing about their waste reduction initiatives. He introduced the residents to the concept of zero waste, which was a transformative experience for the people of Kamikatsu. I think we could all imagine the excitement of the townspeople having a prominent American scholar visit this remote town, unknown even within Japan. So, Dr. Connett's lectures and insights inspired the town to adopt zero waste as a core principle. In 2003, Kamikatsu publicly declared their commitment to zero waste. Since then, they have implemented various measures to promote recycling, upcycling, and crucially, reducing waste generation from the outset. In 2020, Kamikatsu renovated its recycling facility and established a comprehensive community center called the Zero Waste Center. This center currently not only serves as the primary recycling site for the local residents, but also provides various community activities and serves as the center for its tourism. Today, Kamikatsu's waste categorization system is highly sophisticated. Waste is grouped into 13 main categories and 45 subcategories, making the classification very detailed. The Zero Waste Center is open to tourists, and we can observe how each waste group is labeled to indicate whether the material can generate cash through recycling or if it requires disposable costs. It has certainly made me aware of just how many types of waste we are generating on a daily basis. And their way of displaying the waste categories is a compelling visual representation, showing us whether the waste contributes to economic value or social costs. The site encourages us to reconsider our purchasing decisions as well and allow us to think how we could minimize environmental impact. There are a couple of places to stay in Kamikatsu, with the most famous being the hotel called Why. The name reflects the crucial fundamental questions. As a consumer, why do we buy? As a business, why do we produce? Hotel Y is located within the Zero Waste Center, and a stay there includes a hands-on waste management activity. I've done this a couple of times, so I want to share with you the interesting experience I've had with this hotel. Now, upon registration, the receptionist asks you to slice a soap bar to the amount you think you'll need. A large chunk of soap is on a cheese cutter-like plate, and you slice off the amount you think you'll need. Now, you only need the soap bar for washing your hands since body soap is provided in the shower. Now, when I first visited, I was unsure how much to slice and ended up with quite a bit of an amount of leftover soap at checkout. And it was at this point that I realized the wastefulness of typical hotel soap bars. The hotel also serves coffee and bancha, a local caffeine-free tea, for free. The receptionist asks how many cups you would want to drink, and we would be given just enough coffee beans and tea leaves for that amount. We make coffee and tea using their washable kit, so there's no paper generated from the process of drinking. Again, this is when you realize that the individually packed tea bags and coffee bags do in fact generate garbage, and they could be avoided. The most interesting part is that at hotel check-in, you are given 6 small containers for different types of garbage: food waste, clean recyclable plastics, dirty recyclable plastics that need cleaning, non-recyclable materials, aluminum cans and PET bottles, and waste requiring burning for sanitary reasons like used tissues. For example, used coffee grounds and tea leaves go in the food container, and mini travel makeup kit would likely be categorized as dirty recyclable plastic. Upon checkout, you bring these containers with you, and the hotel gives you a tour of the waste center where you would sort your own garbage into the respective waste categories. This process gives us the recycling experience and makes us be aware of just how much waste is generated in just a day. So the hotel stay isn't a luxurious stay with numerous amenities, and it doesn't pamper you in every way possible, as do many premium hotels. However, Hotel Y offers a unique experience that is truly thought-provoking. It's an experience worth trying at least once to gain insights into our daily lives and the importance of sustainable living. Apart from Hotel Y, Kamikatsu offers several other unique accommodations. There's a campsite with trailer accommodations and a traditional ryokan with onsen facilities. Additionally, a Japanese-Italian restaurant called Pertornare has recently opened an auberge, which offers both fine dining and accommodation. I have enjoyed dinner there once, and it was the greatest of all times. The usage of local ingredients with the Italian approach created dishes that were just joyful. The owner chef funded this auberge project through crowdfunding, so it just shows how much this kind of a project is gaining momentum here in Japan. It's definitely at the top of my wish list for my next vacation. Finally, I want to introduce you to a company that has become sort of a spokesperson for the town of Kamikatsu, Spec Laboratories. They operate the Kamikatsu businesses under the name Rise and Win and manufactures craft beer, the Kamikatsu beer, as well as operate Hotel Y and the campsite that I mentioned earlier. The brewery, Rise and Win Brewing Company, is getting recognition these days as high-quality craft beer brand using local fruits and ingredients, and they have enhanced their reputation as a sustainable brewery. Recently, they invested in machinery to upcycle the byproducts generated in the brewing process, specifically used malt, biodegrading them into liquid fertilizer to be used to cultivate barley for brewing. So, they have established a regenerative loop through their brewing business. Spec Laboratories has also begun providing this upcycling machinery to other companies and has recently announced their partnership with Mitsubishi Estate Company. They have installed their upcycling machinery in the basement of Mitsubishi's Torch Building, which is located near Tokyo Station, converting food waste from the building's restaurants into fertilizer. This fertilizer is then used to grow organic rice in Saitama Prefecture, which is then transported to Kamikatsu to brew a unique rice beer. They released this beer called Town Craft Golden Rice Ale just recently on May 7th. I've already tried it, and it's great. Light, not too strong, perfect for those who enjoy white Belgian wits or fruity beers. Unfortunately, they don't sell internationally, so it's only available in Japan. But you can check their website for more information about their hotels, beer manufacturing, and their zero waste initiatives. I've included the links to their company website on the description of this podcast. I believe this is one of a rare instances where a small rural company has ventured into a future-oriented domain, departing from traditional path and achieved success to the extent of partnering with one of Japan's most prominent corporations. As a fan, I cheer for Spec Laboratories and hope their innovative initiatives gain recognition far and wide. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Japan Edge podcast. I've started blogging on my Japan Edge website where I share my experiences to help you get closer to Japan and our culture. I'm using Instagram to provide visual images related to my blog content, so I hope you will enjoy that as well. You can find the link in the podcast description. So, thank you for listening, and I hope to catch you again. Until next time, またね、さよなら。